Alright, first part, how to cheat. Your first semester is winding down. Your professors do not care about your well-being. You've got 100 assignments all ready to turn in within the last 2 weeks of the semester. You know you got no time, but you know that one kid in class always seems to get the best grades and have plenty of time to study. We're going to teach you a couple strategies on how you can cheat off them and get a good grade on your final. This technique that we see here, severely outdated. Your grandma was probably doing this. You don't want to be too obvious because the professors catch on after a while. And if they do catch on, they're just going to roll up in front of you, call you out in front of the class, and make you look like a dummy. The cheating game is always changing. The winning meta right now is to always establish a group before the test. And remember, just to be safe, get the A-OK from your boys right when the test is handed out. You're good to go. Remember to establish hand signals beforehand. Make sure that they're easy to pull off and also easy to play off. These are easily spotted. And remember, bring your binocs in case the answers are way too far for you to see. Follow these steps and you're ready to pass any test thrown at you in college. Group projects. Probably one of the worst things you're ever going to have to do in college.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Immortality. How to balance our nation's budget. Is there life on other planets? These are all questions more easily solved than how to complete a group project. When your group bails on you to play Mario, you gotta take matters into your own hands and create your own group.
I don't know, do you want to be in my group?
Yeah, sure. All right.
Perfect. Hey, man, my group just never came to class, and I kind of need a group. You want to be in my group?
I got you, bro.
Perfect. Hey, guys, my group just never showed up, and I kind of need a group, so do y'all want to be my partners?
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect. Yeah, I kind of need a group for this group project, and yeah, my group never showed up, so you want to be in my group?
Sure.
Perfect. All right, guys, come on. Alright, guys, so for this group project, we actually need to develop a rocket, and it actually needs to go 30,000 feet up in the air. We have to do it all by next class, and we have to use all of our money. And where's everyone else at? Like, we were literally just with them.
Oh, no clue.
All right, so step 1, we need to buy the supplies. And step 2, we need to assemble the supplies. And then step 3, we need to perfect the supplies. And then step 4, we need to evaluate the supplies. And for the final step, we need to get graded.
What? Yeah, my bad, bro. My cat just called. He died. I see you later, bro. I'm sorry.
Where's everyone at?
Once you've exhausted all other options, you gotta complain to the professor.
How you doing? So
I'm good.
pretty good, but I have some pretty bad news. It seems like my group kind of abandoned me on my project, and I just kind of wanted to know, like, what are the other options for me?
Other options for a group project besides being in a group?
Yeah, like they're gone. I don't know where they are.
Find a new group, maybe?
Find a new group?
If not,
I already tried to.
You already tried to?
Yeah.
Did that work out?
No, they left again.
So 2 groups left you. Did you ever take into consideration that it might have been you?
I have not.
I mean, there's only one way to find out. I would suggest the group project solo, but that doesn't really work. So, is it professional if I'm in a group with you?
Probably not professional, but I mean, it works.
It worked. But I'm gonna be grading you too, so I'm gonna be grading me. You're definitely gonna get an A, that's a fact.
Thank you.
No problem.
Like we said previously, professors do not care about your well-being. If you expect it to go like this, you're sadly mistaken. This is what will actually happen when you talk to the professor about your troubles.
Hey, Professor. How you doing today?
How's it going? How can I help you?
Yeah, so I had some rather bad news. It kind of seems like my group's abandoned me, and I just kind of wanted to know, like, what other alternatives do I have to, like, getting a project done?
The whole group.
Yeah,
Did you think of possibly starting another group?
I did, and they unfortunately left you.
2 groups left you. I mean, the way it sounds to me, it sounds like it's more so you than them. I don't want to point fingers, but is there any way that you could finish the project with potentially another group or you with a group effort?
I don't know if I can even find a group.
Could you do it alone?
It's a rocket.
It's a rocket. Well, I know one thing's for sure. I'm definitely not helping you. That ain't even my class. Grades are bad, class. I mean, some of you, from my experience, these are some of the best scores. Some even better. Could use some improvement, but still excellent. Same as always. Come see me after class.
What?
Scientists can't explain this, but somehow everyone that leaves your group gets great grades and you're stuck getting the worst.
All right, Professor. So, I just have a few questions about how I got this grade.
Hold it. You and me both. We got a negative. So you want to say and act like you don't remember the grade?
A negative 100%.
So what happened was, this is obviously scribbled, so that's a 0. In your last one, the rocket, the one we talked about, that you decided to just forego, or you said something about groups, that was another 0. But I had to take away 100 to get to 0, and you were already there. So mathematically, it makes sense. I'm looking now, might have been tired, but it might have just been tired, but mathematically it makes sense, don't you think?
I mean, I beg to disagree, but I guess a grade's a grade.
Hey man, that's just lacking of. I don't even know if that can be considered a grade. You can do better than that. Stop putting your problems on other people.
Before even worrying about getting good grades, you have to get into college in the first place. Here, we have a strategy for how to pay for your tuition. There are actually numerous methods to pay for your tuition. These range from having rich parents, to taking out loans, to simply saving up to going to school. But by far the most preferred method here is a home invasion. Now don't be too alarmed. I'll be here to walk you through each step. Firstly, have your team of professionals waiting in their positions. Then, you and your team will simply wait for a tactical way in. Once your point of entry has been selected, you stealthily make your way in, completely undetected. Once you've found your way inside, it's time for your team to move out. They get into their new positions, preparing to breach. Once given the signal that the coast is clear, it's time for you to let your team in. Once inside, your team will stealthily make their way into their apartment. You have to have made sure that you scoped the place out earlier. While continuing to make sure the coast is clear, the next step is to lockpick the door. Once your team has found their way inside, it's time to sneak in. However, you do have to make sure that you leave one escape route open just in case things go wrong. Now under the guise of darkness, make sure you can't be spotted by any light. Continue to sneak. Once your loot has been secured, it's time to escape the apartment.
Under the scene of us getting out?
Yeah. This is right.
It is important to not be seen while leaving the crime scene. Make sure to get anything out of your way. Assuming you've been following this guide up to this point, you should now be able to ace college. You're welcome.